Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bunny Vision Movie Night. And we're going to be watching The Princess Bride. Yes, great movie. I have seen this many, many times, usually while with a bunch of people and drinking, and usually getting quite drunk because we're every time someone says a certain thing, we would drink, and that was always a lot of fun. But The Princess Bride is a great. Oh, I guess it's in a way a romantic action drama comedy thing. I don't know exactly what category it would fall into. What would you say, Danelli?
It's a romantic comedy adventure.
Thing. Yeah. See, yeah, I was right. But it is an awesome movie, though. One of the most quotable movies I've ever seen, for sure. I don't know if it's quite as quotable as Tombstone, but I don't know. Maybe it is. We'll check that out in that way today as we watch it. But of course. It's become a cult classic. It started out in the theaters. It did okay. Janelle was informing me earlier. But
hmm
in the long run, this has become a true cult classic, and people love it. It kind of for me, it sits up there with movies like the Rocky Horror Picture Show as far as its status, cult classic status. And this is a great movie to watch. So thank you all for coming in and joining us. Do keep in mind we have our links down below, of course, to the Fanspeak page on Facebook. We'd love for you to be part of that if you're not already, and if you are, thank you very much. And keep in mind, just go ahead and post over there anything you like. We interact with each other and all kind of ways. You're free to communicate as you like over there. But also keep in mind, I have my links down below to the my Twitter and Facebook. If you'd like to get in touch with me to be on one of these shows, or you'd like to be on the Fan Edition Drawn and Quartered, please keep in touch with us that way. But beyond that, really, what we need you to do is hit that share button and let everybody know what we're doing, so they can come over and join us. We know that Bunny Vision Movie Night is not for everyone. But we usually get a small crowd in here to come watch a movie with us, and it's kind of like we're all sitting in each other's living room. It's a lot of fun. I love the Bunny Vision nights. What about you, Danelli?
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's always interesting who pops up for what film. You start
True.
seeing what people's tastes are.
Mm, it is, and but we've got to see a lot of movies that I've enjoyed over the years, and I haven't like Princess Bride is a great movie. I haven't seen this in a long time. Hey, George.
Greetings. Looking forward to this.
Oh yeah, Princess Bride, man, it's an awesome movie. Matter of fact, I'm kind of wondering. Hey, baby, have you seen the Princess Bride? You've never seen the Princess Bride. Well, how come you? Well, you should watch it with us. She said not interested at all.
Wow.
She's going to watch her judo news instead. There you go. She's doing her yoga.
Inconceivable. Inconceivable.
Judo news sounds good. Is it news on fighting?
No, I'm just joking. There's just a general digest of the week news going on, and there was some judo tournaments this week. Uh, she's just watching the news while she does her yoga. She has a weird thing where she takes this big old huge towel, rolls it up, puts it on top of a bunch of books, and then lays down and stretches out on it. It's a weird thing, but it's about her shoulders, I guess. That's what she's trying to tell me. But it looks incredibly uncomfortable. It's not for me, man. I don't need the yoga. Do you do yoga, George?
All the time.
Yeah.
Strawberry and pistachio.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Let's see. This is the humor I have to deal with that I'm subjugated to on a daily basis. Help me. I'm gonna have to type. I'm gonna type that in the chat. Help me. Here we go. What about you, Janelli? Do you do yoga?
I did it a couple times, uh, but I never catch on. It's not my thing to do.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested in bending myself around like that at all. But she enjoys it, so good for her. And she's refused to watch The Princess Bride. Fine. All right. Anyway, we are going to be watching shortly. We always wait a little bit, about 10 minutes or so, to give people a chance to get in here. But I do see we have Joshua Hughes, the most awesome troll in the world. We also have Bullet. Hey, Bullet. We got Eric Boyd as well. Help me, Chester. Yeah, right. Help me.
Oh
Now,
boy.
awesome. So, but anyway, what you need to do is hit that link that Denali has put in here. Matter of fact, I need to do that, so let me do it right now. Just hit that link in the chat and jump over to the rabbit and get into our room here. I see we got 4 of us in here right now, and we're going to watch this movie here. We're going to start out about 5 minutes. Like I said, we usually start 10 minutes after the hour. For those of you who are listening back later, I do my best here to make sure that you guys can. Watch along with us, and I do a little like a slideshow and stuff like that to try to help along with that. But it's an interesting live for us to do. Actually, it's a little bit different than you would normally expect, I suppose. But I don't know. I think it's good. All right, I get that up, and let's bring over the first picture here. Ooh. Now, before while we're waiting for a few people to come in, I wanted to take a minute and talk a little bit about these posters that they brought out for the movie. Now, I remember when this movie came out. What is the date on this movie, by the way, Denali?
Well, I know it came in 1987.
87. Okay.
Mhm.
Perfect age for me. High school, college time for me is exactly that kind of movie. It's just a fun. It's actually a weird party movie, to be honest with you. But the thing about this, even though this movie is awesome, it's just pure awesomeness from beginning to end. The posters that they brought out for this movie were horrible. I mean, horrible. And there's more than this. There was actually a lot of posters from around the world, and they're really, really, really bad. I've got 2 of the most common ones up on the screen right now. The one that's on the right hand side, I think, is the best one, and it's because the thing about this is there's an uncle or grandfather, I think it's grandfather,
Grandfather.
played by Columbo himself, telling a story to his sick grandchild, right? So that's what this is. It's a story that's being told. So I like the one on the right. The one on the left could be good, but it's absolutely horrible. If you look at the art, especially because we're comic book people over here and we see just killer art, just look at it. The faces are literally wonky. I mean, look at it. It's horrible. They put this out
It's no Dorman.
professionally,
That's what you're saying.
huh?
It's no Dorman. It's
It's
not.
not,
It's
dude.
that's this could have used the quality in the hands of the guy who drew the Indiana Jones posters
Oh
and
yeah,
Star Wars
dude.
posters.
Yeah. They're really wonky. If you take a look at those faces, they're bad. They're really bad. And this is professional quality thing, right? This wasn't like some little, $50,000 movie. This was a serious production, right? I just can't believe it. But then some of the other ones are much worse, actually. It's one of those weird situations where the posters are really bad. Now, Denali was telling me that who cares? No one cares about the posters. I don't know if I agree with that. Actually, posters are collectible things, and they catch people's attention. And like you had mentioned, Dorman and some other people, there are some absolutely fantastic movie posters.
Well,
Um,
I gotta put that again to the time because it's more prevalent now that people collect those posters, but people throw away the posters. They didn't really care about the posters. It's only like people like us, that fell in love with the posters that kind of started demanding more poster, and
mm,
finally the studio started saying, "Oh, we better put more good posters up because it's actually affecting how things goes." But if you look at current posters, there's terrible posters still out there.
there are, and it's all digital. It's not. I mean,
Exactly.
what George was mentioning with his comment there was, the hand painted movie poster, right? And it used to be a very serious art form and a serious thing for a long time. And there are just some unbelievable things that used to come out in the past. These days, we get these very, Photoshoppy type of things. They're not. They don't have
Well,
that depth anymore.
well, I mean, the serious art one was during the golden age era, where studios were not owned by beer companies and all that stuff. And it took like George Lucas, and his alumnites to kind of bring that art form back. And now the studios are owned again by corporations that don't have an idea about how to make pictures, and they're looking for new talents, and the cycle continues.
Oh, yeah. Well, all right. There you go then. George, what would you say is your favorite movie poster of all time?
Favorite movie poster of all time is the one that never got published. Revenge of the Jedi.
Revenge of the Jedi. Oh yeah, that is a really good one. Yeah. Of course, this is a little bit of Star Wars trivia for those of you who know the original title, of course. And they went so far as to actually do movie poster productions and stuff like that. That's how close it came to being Revenge of the Jedi instead of Return of the Jedi. It is an interesting little point you brought up there, George. I do see some more people come over here in the chat. I see we have Moxrox 1103. He says, "I am the Dread Pirate Roberts." Yes, sir. JP4 says, "Help, Bullet." Hey, Scott is in here. He says, "I started a YouTube channel and it's mostly dead."
Mm.
Scott also says, "I just uploaded my first video, dude. Throw it in the link. Yeah, throw a link in the chat, and I'll make sure it gets through, dude. Go ahead." No problem, dude. The Princess Bride, Eagle 43 says, with a question mark. Oh my God, you're in for a treat. Make sure you hit that link that Denali has. He should probably drop that again so it stays a little lower toward the bottom. But this could be fun. Roger says, "Hey guys, how's everyone doing this Saturday?" We're doing awesome, dude. Eric says, "Yes, I agree. So many awesome and beautiful done movie posters from the 1960s. There are some beautiful Italian movie posters from that era. Yes, there are, dude. Now that is a whole we could have a whole conversation on Italian movie posters, actually, and Italian cinema. That would be an interesting talk. I don't know how many people would be interested in it, but I would love to have it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The cornerstone of the Italian movies is the Clint Eastwood, good, the bad,
Oh,
and the ugly,
sure.
and all
Oh,
that.
sure. But it's not just that, it's the horror movie, the slasher movie. The Italian cinema used to have great influence on the movie industry in general. Some people might call it schlocky or what have you, but it's used to have big influence. Now it has none. As a matter of fact, it's hard to even know if they even make movies anymore. I'm sure they do, but I wonder what happened to that. I wonder why it went away. I guess Hollywood just took over and kicked everybody else out, maybe. But anyway,
Well,
so now, just keep in mind, Denali just dropped that again. It's, of course, if you go to www.rabb.it, you'll be able to come over to Rabbit and you can join Denali's, friend group and get right on his channel. You can hit that link and it'll bring you over. It's a little bit easier if you go through Chrome, it seems, although I've never had any trouble one or the other, but it seems so. People say that Chrome's a little easier to do it through. But just get over there in the group with us, and we're going to start here in a second, and we want you to be in there with us and watch the movie because this format's a little bit different. And once again, we blame Booster for this because this is his idea, and it was a good idea because we can watch a movie on YouTube, and rightfully so. Right. I mean, these are copyrighted things, but we can live stream something on Rabbit, right? Because that's not a permanent thing. So we're going through Rabbit to watch the movie, and we're going to have a slideshow up here and just talk through this side for the live. And but definitely get over there and be part of that. And Denali, let's see here. Let's give ourselves a countdown and make a start. Okay. So
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and we're into the movie. Metro Goldwyn Mayer. Wow, MGM, The Lion. It's been a while.
Yep.
Do they even exist anymore?
What, MGM?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a coughing child. Oh no. Oh, you remember this game? Yeah. NES, man. Oh no, is that NES or is this the Atari?
it looks like
Maybe
Atari.
maybe it's the Atari. But we got the Fred Savage from the Wonder Years, of course. Became quite
Yep.
famous. We have a mother who I've seen her before, George.
Yeah, she played a lot of she played the girl in a lot of teenage movies.
She did. She's the teenage girl. She's a little bit older here, but that's all right. This movie's a little bit later. Hey, pinch the cheek. He hates that. This is Columbo. That's Columbo. That's serious business.
A book?
When I was your age, television was called books.
Oh, so you're familiar with it, Chester?
I am. Books, or I used to have a lot of books. And see the Cheeto product placement, Cheetos.
Yes.
Mm. True Love Miracles. Doesn't sound too bad. I'll try and stay awake. Well, thank you very much. uh, the Princess Bride. Actually, it's been just long enough. S. Morgan Stern. Is that that's a real book too? I believe, right?
I don't. I mean, it's a real book,
No,
but it's not a real book.
It's a
well, no, I
prop.
mean, it's a prop, but I mean, I think they actually had a book for the movie. I'm
Yeah,
curious. Was this movie based on a book?
No,
yeah.
no.
It's
So,
written. It's written
uh,
by William Goldman, who did the screenplay for
I
this.
see.
But it's not the same between the book and the thing. I mean, they have similar parts.
As you wish. They do have some pretty people in here. Mm, she is stunning, and I'm assuming he's handsome. Baby, is he
doesn't she,
handsome?
doesn't she play the president in the Netflix drama?
This boy, is he handsome? Is he
She was
handsome?
she was Jenny in Forrest Gump, and yes, she did play the president's wife and then president for House of Cards.
My wife
House
is
of Cards.
judging.
Yeah.
She says, "Oh, it's nice." She said, you are much better. Thank you, thank you."
Uh huh.
Now she wants her payment. You ain't getting it. Get out of here. But yeah, actually, I like this girl that they chose because she does a good job of the acting, of course. But she's pretty enough to be pretty, but yet she's not this unbelievable gorgeous thing, right? I think it's a good choice.
Right. She was Jenny. Remember Forrest
Yeah,
Gump?
no, I do remember. Yeah, keep your shirt on. You remember how
Which
much people used to say that?
right. Which
Do you
was
know where
kind of
that's going?
I don't know. People took their shirt off because they got angry.
Yes, no, they take shirt off to fight because we
Yeah.
only had you only had a couple of shirts back in those days. You didn't want to tear them up because your mother get upset at you. This
Yeah.
is reality. These days, everyone's got tons of stuff.
How privileged are we?
No, we are. We are. That's true. Oh,
Trivia, not for this movie, but for Forrest Gump. When she did the whole nude scene where she's singing naked, she actually had a fever, and the in the room that she was in, or the studio, was freezing cold, and it was I think an 8-hour shoot. So that was a grueling work for her.
oh wow. I
Yeah.
don't even remember a nude scene in Forrest Gump at all.
Well, she didn't show anything, but she was playing the guitar. She didn't have anything underneath.
I don't recall that much. I mean, I watched Forrest Gump once and I thought it was good, and that's about it.
Ah,
I don't watch movies more than once. It's very rare, dude.
How many times have
I,
you seen Star Wars?
Well, counting the times I've seen it, the times I've shown it to my kids, six, maybe seven times. It's Prince Humperdinck. Ooh, 500th anniversary.
Well, I mean that fictional country is older than our current country. Our country.
True.
Would you say this story is about family as much as it is about finding love?
I think this movie is about finishing what you started. In many ways, it's not only the her and of course the Dreadwire pirate Roberts. It's also about the guys look for the six fingered man and want to avenge his father, etc., etc. I think it's about fulfillment of duty and responsibility. If it's about anything, it's really not about anything.
Right.
It's simply a fun love story, action love story is really what it is. It's not that serious. This movie should not be taken so seriously because it certainly didn't take itself seriously.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah, I don't watch the movies more than once. It's very rare for me. I mean, there's no need really. Oh no, Andre the Giant! Look at his hand.
Yeah.
Vasily. Yes, he is great in this. Andre the Giant's awesome in this. Yeah, he's trying to start a war. He's not really interested in kidnapping the girl, right?
Right.
Woof. The sod. That's interesting. I don't recall seeing him drink in this. Wow, that's bad drunk. Hey, Ray Thula's in here.
Yeah. In Greenland.
He's mean. He's not a nice guy.
He's a Sicilian.
Mm, he is. Inconceivable, Willie says. Hey, Willie, hit that link and jump over here with us, dude.
Scott Schmelt. The banner is a painting of mine. Okay, I can't watch it right now, but I can almost say the entire dialogue. Okay. Inconceivable. Sporkman Studios. Good evening and good morning. Good evening and good morning to you, sir.
Anybody want a peanut? I love that. I love that line,
Yeah.
dude. He's rhyming. Anybody want a peanut? He is a perfect weasel. You're right. Inconceivable. The first uttering of it. Ooh. Actually, I think Inogo is my favorite character in this movie. Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. It's coming.
A pleasure cruising
Eel
the
infested waters.
waters.
I love that. Eel infested waters. I really it's too bad they didn't use Andre in more movies. He's actually has a good sense of humor.
Right. Well, I think what's interesting about this film is that he just had recent back surgery, so that's why you don't see him doing that much.
I think he does just enough.
Yeah.
Ooh, giant screaming eels. That's not the
Uh,
same thing. It is different. If you want. Yeah. Uh, I love those little jump backs to the storytelling. Oh, poor eel. He didn't do nothing. Only compared to some. Ooh, ooh.
I want to hear Vicini recite the rules of acquisition.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, the Ferengi, yeah. The cliffs of insanity. uh,
Well,
love the little models, right?
yeah, trying to figure out where are they because they say Florence and they talk. He's Sicilian, so where is this? Like
Florence
Italy?
is France and Gilder is Britain.
Hmm.
I think it doesn't matter. There's a lot of those details that just don't matter, in this movie.
Right.
I love how Andre is the guy they got to climb the cliffs of insanity. Reusing the models, awesome.
Yeah.
It's so awesome to watch this movie again. I want to hear Vizzini recite the rules of acquisition. Yeah, Florence in Italy. Yeah, 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 sure. Florence is Italy. That could be. Don't please don't be mean. I know.
Yeah. Wonder if this is the English coastline because of the high,
Nah,
where they filmed that part of it. Florence, Italy. Yeah, Florence is a city in Italy.
it is. Watching a great movie. Hey, Sporkman. Sporkman, you got to click that link and get in here. You in here yet? Let me go check. Oh, we got a bunch of people. Hey, you are awesome. Daggers are not used for that.
Yeah.
They are poking things, not cutting things.
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
I,
Drink.
I used to gag a lot, gag on this movie with my brother. Every time inconceivable, I would say inconvenienced.
Mm.
Cliff of Moher. Yep. Filmed in Ireland. Yep.
Awesome. People in masks cannot be trusted. They're kidnapping a would-be princess, right? The cliffs of madness. This is a great fighting scene that's about to come up, though.
You know, that actor there is really a great musician.
Is he?
Yes, he is.
It does. I hate waiting. He- oh, ooh. That was a great delivery of a line, yeah. And that's a serious rope too. Where do they find such a gigantic rope? It must be like a boat rope, I guess.
It is. It looks like it's a fisherman's knot.
Such a gentleman, yeah. Uh, here we go. Ooh. Oh no. Mm. Ooh. Oh, scars. Scott says you got a view on his channel. Awesome, dude. Prepare to die. $20 he's been searching. I hate to kill you. Here we go. This is a tough one to talk over, though, yeah? Because we're supposed to be talking over it. We're doing a live right now, but it's tough.
Yeah, it's got a lot of great dialogue.
Yeah, you want to shut up and listen, right?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Mm. This beautiful form. I don't know if I told you this, but I did take fencing when I was a high school kid.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, yeah. Over in New England, it was actually a PE class you could take, and then I joined like the team.
Wow, New England had a fencing team.
We did.
Wow, how many paint buckets and how many spokes did you do?
I don't know anything about paint buckets. I know what we used to do. We used to spar a lot, but mainly a lot of the other than just normal exercises. We used to have this we take like one of the gloves, fencing gloves, and you hold the hold it up against the wall and pull off and grab it again. We kept working on that, and we had like a little teeny kind of like targets we'd use to see how quickly you could hit it repetitively, things like that. Oh, it was a lot of fun though. Never do that. No one ever does that. They always put swords. They can put them in the ground. No actual owner of a sword would ever do that. Ooh, okay. uh,
The
they
weight of
do.
the weight of the handle would have dictated the sword hits the other way.
There's some errors, but it's all right. The fluidity of their movement is really good, though. These guys are both very athletic, and they took time with this scene. It's obvious, right? It's very nice choreography. And Denali was telling me the same people that did the choreography here did Star Wars.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is good choreography actually.
No, I took fencing in high school too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, filmed in Ireland. Oh, thank you. Didn't know that. He's not a very vicious pirate. Again. Mm. my, which is my way. No, it's not. My way is not very sportsmanlike. I always thought they should have said my way. My way is not very sporting. But oh well. Uh,
Only an English teacher would nitpick it in the dialogue.
my way is shoot him with a gun. Yeah, right. Hand fighting once again. I don't even exercise. Awesome. I just I just want you to feel you're doing well. It's such a nice villain, right? Oh. Uh, he doesn't even have it locked in there. Oh well. But another fun scene there.
So again, you see how tall Andre the Giant is because Carrie is 6 foot tall and he still looks small compared to him.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, Andre. I've actually had Andre the Giant walk past me. And I was at a wrestling match in I think Madison Square Garden actually, but I was on the floor and he walked. I was on the edge too. Literally walked right past me. The dude is ridiculously huge. The prince is actually skilled, though. The language they choose in this is very interesting. The words they choose: hand fighting, warriors of. I'm high. I'm. This
It
is
makes it
really. Yeah, go
it
ahead.
makes it more it makes it more fairy tale like. So they're trying to put some homage to fairy tales, kind of like that
Yeah,
speech.
yeah. It's cool. It's just interesting. But I am having a hard time talking over this movie. You're trying to kidnap what I've rightfully stolen. Wonderful. Oh, a battle of wits for the princess to the death. uh, iocane poison. Ooh. Yes, he just needs the leg drop. Finish him. Yeah, right. The apples, bread, and cheese, and wine, of course. BS incoming. Yeah, of course. The food pyramid. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how tall he was, Dragon, but like I said, he was a mountain walk past me. Poor, poor Australia. Logic. He's perfect in this role, dude. True. Oh goodness, great scene. Perfect. Yeah, it is perfect. What a horrible outfit to have to walk around in all day, dude. Oh goodness. What do you mean how? Let me see here. Who do I have in here with me still watching? Oh, same. You guys are real quiet today.
Pop quiz.
Yeah.
What happened to the swordsman if he was defeated? And but when the prince came looking, he said the swordsman got defeated, but his body's not there. The giant got defeated, but his body's not there. What happened to them?
He said they walked off that direction. He said they let that they the swordsman left in that direction, and excuse me, the loser went in that direction, and the victor went after following these footprints here. They said so.
Yes, yes, but why? Why did they leave? I mean, yes, they
Oh, you're
lost.
making a joke. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, but why did they leave? No, I'm serious. Why did they leave? There's no motivation in the story other than, oh, they lost, so they leave.
Sure. Where are they going to do? Stay there and die? I mean, what are we talking about? How do you know? It's odorless. This is just a chuckle movie. He is an expert tracker. Yeah. Oh, Farm Boy. Poor and perfect. You can't tell. It's interesting he's calling her Highness because she's actually not royalty yet. Please. Ooh. And so throw yourself down as well, right? Uh, that dude does a good job falling, though. This poor stuntman. So, Denali and George, you still here? Well, they're being real quiet today.
Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm.
I just want to watch. I don't want to even talk.
Yeah, but we are
we're
doing a live stream, guys.
Gosh, we're trying to mute you and listen to the movie.
All right, fine.
Okay, here's some dialogue. Oh, honey, are you okay? Yes, I think I just hit my head. Okay, let's hug.
Those
All
two
right,
stunt
thanks,
guys were
George. That was helpful.
No,
When
bro.
this is over, let's go play some video games. Okay, but it's got to be Zelda.
Hey,
Zelda.
Zelda is awesome.
Zelda is awesome. I will never doubt again.
Tastes like chicken.
His mustache is terrible. Someday you might not mind so much. That's right, Grandpa.
Look how cold it is, eh?
Yeah.
And them filming.
Well, Denali talked about that, but it says soon we'll be safe in the fire swamp. Great set.
Hey, this is the Dagobah scene.
It does have a Dagobah feel.
I wouldn't be surprised if they used the same set and just drained out all the swamp water.
The ROUSs are coming.
Yeah, not possible. Return. Was it Empire Strikes Back was 1980. This is 1987. There's no way a studio would keep that set around for that long, unless they had a lot of swamp movies between then and now.
Oh no, they just built a set. I mean, this is obvious as a set on a stage. This is not. I mean, obviously, right? But it is a cool little scene though here, amongst many in this movie. The fire swamp.
Back then they didn't have that much money for special effects and do computer graphics and all that stuff. That looked like a real fire.
It might have been.
It's interesting how cheap it is to, light a candle and shoot propane stream upwards.
It is. It is. Yeah.
Yes, but having a team of 6 people underneath, getting that thing ready and shooting it. Whew. One person to hold the candle, another person to light it, and 4 more people to supervise to make sure everything's okay.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Practical effects always do look better. You're right.
Oh, you know why? It's because the incandescent light. The light from the explosion or the fire lights up the surroundings in such a natural way. Your
Yeah,
eyes
it's true.
accepts it. But in
Yeah.
computer, let's forget it. There's no way an artist is going to go through all that trouble to
Well,
light the reality of such detail.
sometimes they do, especially like in games and stuff where they can create a program that causes that effect all the time continuously.
Oh yeah, but they're working at. Actually, you know what? The games now are working at the same resolution as feature films.
Mm. They are, yeah. And he's talking about how he met the Dread Pirate Roberts here and how he became working for him and then became the Dread Pirate Roberts himself. It's interesting little backstory. No, still you're a pirate. Mm.
This dude's a legend.
Yeah, he is. Oh, ROUS is just came into play. That's definitely people on their hands and knees, right?
Yep, Anthony's.
Hmm. Let's see. Kind of like the Antonio Banderas film. Would you would never use a rapier like that? I don't know. Yeah, of course they wouldn't. There's a lot of sword mistakes in many Hollywood movies. Like I mentioned, that if you're a sword person, you never put a sword in the ground. That dulls it, right? But yeah, it doesn't matter. It's pretty standard Hollywood stuff.
So, have you seen a movie where you're like, "Wow, I'm very impressed with the sword fighting in this movie"?
The sword fighting in there is a pretty good sword fighting movie in this. Excuse me, a sword fighting scene in this movie. It's not perfect, but it's fun scene.
I guess they're going for the Bayou style barbecuing.
Chester, can you check your audio? I think it's muted. Or am I wrong?
No, he's muted.
I don't think he knows he's muted. I think he's talking all this time.
Well, you told him to be muted. So, good job, George. You muted Chester.
Oh, for crying out loud.
So now you have to talk.
Okay. Let's see. Forsooth, stay away from my chick.
All right. Well, I am not muted.
Okay.
What, George? Did you click the mute button on my page or something?
I was trying to press to click on what's it called? Present.
And you muted me.
I muted you.
I see.
And now you're doubled voice.
Yeah,
So,
I know why too, and I've just fixed it. Boom, it's
Yeah.
solved. Everything's good now.
There you go. There's no presenting here.
I think that my hair most closely resembles that of Prince Humperdinck.
Does it? I don't think so at all, dude.
I got to get a better camera setup so you can see my hair in all its glory.
There you go.
Oh, okay, Stan keeps falling down.
Yeah, it's funny how in the movies the women are always so quick to give up and betray their loves. Unbelievable. Trust your man.
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man.
Is it? Is it really? Six fingers on a right hand. Ow. That ow.
Yep, and that's plausible. That's a actual plausible source fight. I liked him. He's like, "I welcome to our establishment, sir. I'll take good care of you. I'm sorry that I have to torture you, but that's the nature of my job."
Someone who is that saying that he's saying that he actually got KO'd there for real. Look it up.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. One of the behind the scenes, they're talking about um, Christopher Guest. I think that's the actor who hit Gary Yui right in the head, and he really got knocked out. Hit him right in that spot.
The pit of despair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Such a great Igor character.
I can't stand watching people dab at something. I just
Why? Does it trigger you?
it does, yeah.
I've never heard anyone complain about dabbing. That's funny.
It's like somebody's scraping a styrofoam cup with their fingernails. It's I can't take it.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, he's just putting salt on the wound to make it hurt more.
Maybe.
So he's just dabbing salt all over.
So what do you think is on the side of this guy's mouth?
Crustaceans.
Yeah. Or gangrened.
Oh, poor princess. hmm
Of course.
His plot is kind of interesting to me. You would think he'd want to just keep the girl. I mean, she is attractive. Mm. You see the Empire Strikes Back glass sitting there on the counter? Buttercup.
What would
Yeah,
be
what would
that?
it be worth today? Yeah, I'm sure my mom has some because I know we had those when I was a kid.
That's Chester right there.
Thank you. I do resemble an old crone, for sure. Mm.
Well, if you have the whole set, then it's $80.
Yeah, there you go.
You watched the Trailer Park Boys, Chester?
I have watched them. It is a certain type of humor, but I do like it.
Yeah, I guess after Julian's always drinking out of those old mustard glasses with the
Yes.
cards on them, those
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like
yeah.
went up in price on eBay tremendously.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, no, Trailer Park's always fun. You know, what show my wife and I watched we didn't get was The Office. Steve Carell. That wasn't funny
Mhm.
at all. It was actually depressing. Trailer Park Boys is funny though. Yes, you're very smart. Shut up. Thanks, Grandpa.
Because this whole thing was set up as a pretense to go to war with Gilda, right?
Yes, the whole thing. Yeah. He 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 wants to marry her so she can die on the wedding night. That's what I mean. It's. You would think he'd figure out a better plan because I mean she's worth keeping, right?
Yeah.
But then again, I get they kind of hinting at him. He doesn't have much sexuality to him. Hmm. If she's not a princess, it's completely pointless to marry her. I think the point they're making is the king became very fond of her, and so she was kind of in the court, I guess. But his plan has nothing to do with actually marrying her. He wants her to use her death as something. Of course, Danelle and I were having a conversation before about this is called the Princess Bride, but it doesn't make very much sense because she's not a princess, right? Not yet. She won't be until she's married. So I really think this movie should have been called the Prince's Bride, right?
Right.
He just gave that information away right there.
Yeah, it didn't in the book they were talking about how there was like a long portion of the book that was cut out for all the times that she was learning how to be a princess. She was taken into the castle and she spent years learning how to be a noble, and that she was endeared by the entire court.
I didn't read the book, but that would make a lot more sense then. That
It's
would
another
make
one
more
of
sense.
it's another one of the little setups where they say they cut that part out of the book because it was really long and boring, but there was never any part written.
I see. But they don't need it though. This movie is so tight, dude.
Mhm.
It's perfectly tight. I mean, the pacing is and the constant general low roar of comedy, right?
Mhm. Yeah, the stuff they left out isn't really needed, like the whole backstory of Fezzik and him traveling around Asia, being a wrestler and fighter and stuff.
Oh, yeah. And they cover it kind of. They cover it with a couple lines here or there.
Hmm.
He's such a introspective torturer. The lowest setting, 1. His suck torturing device. I don't know if there's some innuendo here. But he and the prince do have a very foppish nature to them. Technically, you don't have to be born as a princess to be a princess. Once you are a fiancée, you are take on a princess
Affianced.
title. What do you say?
Affianced.
Yeah. Well, I think he said fiancée is what he wanted to say. Engaged would have been the word. But yeah, no, I maybe. I just really think they should have been called the Prince's Bride. It would have been better.
It definitely would have been different.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter. This is an eternal movie.
Yes, I agree with you, Draken. I think Humperdinck would say affianced.
Mm. Affianced is the correct word. That's not what I meant. What I meant was engaged would have been the better use. Is all I meant. A brute squad. Good point.
I love the names they give these things in here. The Brute Squad.
Yeah, no, the language is good.
The Holocaust Cloak.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cliffs of Insanity.
Well, it's good that we're watching a movie that you know.
Finally, yeah.
Finally, right? Drunk. What a shack they built here. Look at this thing. I had forgot that he had said that. So this is where Vicini found him.
Yeah.
Aw. Yeah, it's really a shame we didn't have Andre in more movies. He's actually very natural at it. Great care. Yeah, he does have natural charisma, doesn't he?
Mhm.
No, not Vizzini. The Man in Black. We're going to get Johnny Cash in here immediately. He must have outthought it. I'm glad they put that little language in there. uh, he's sharpening it. Oh, that's not how you do that at all. Oh man.
Maybe that's how you do it in Florin.
No, it's definitely not how you do it. It's just funny, dude. This movie is full of that little teeny stuff, man. It's just Dulcet Darling. Oh. Silly girl. I were you. The bonds of love. Say such things if I were you.
You're
I love how
right.
they leave the key in, right? Anger. Not 250.
It's the sound of ultimate suffering.
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. It's awesome. Even the bad guy thinks it's bad. They did a real good job with the movement there, the speed of things. It actually built the emotion. That was a smart little overhead there. The logic is just seamless. Yeah. Thank you. Oh no.
Oh, in the book,
Hmm.
they give a map of the castle, and they include on the map the location of the wheelbarrow.
Oh, they do really.
Yeah.
A sainted moment. They that's funny that they actually put the wheelbarrow on there.
It's there, and
It,
it's also written above it is the wheelbarrow.
Use the sword to find the pirate.
of course, it's quite easy to tell that there's a door right there, right? It's not like it's hidden or anything. How they got to squeeze Andre in there? They're not going to show us. Yeah, that's what I thought. He's dead. The pit of despair. Miracle Max. Another hovel. I love these buildings in this. Oh, the Jewish humor. Billy Crystal. Funny man. I've seen. Mostly dead. True love. not a witch. I'm your wife. The Jew is coming out. It's funny.
No.
Even
The professionalism though with the
I know the tongs are like the attention to detail of hovelness, the hovel nature of this the layout is awesome, dude. I love it.
Oh, I'll be back.
Okay. Miracle Max. Oh man, just the little touches. This movie is brilliant. The wheelbarrow. A Holocaust cloak. Awesome. Yeah, that's probably true, dude. Went and checked up period, royal peerage and stuff, and titles of princesses. Yeah, that's probably true, dude.
I mean, he would be the Duke of Florence if it's in Florence, and then she would be the Duchess.
Well, it is time. This the movie doesn't care about those things. It's just set in a pseudo medieval time. But if you look at the hovels and stuff, they don't match the clothing. It doesn't matter. This movie doesn't need to be taken that literally.
We are in an age we take everything literally, or
Are
else we
we?
wouldn't have this. Come on, We have one side that doesn't know how to meme, and the other side who's kind of fed up with everything.
It's true. The most perfect priest that could ever be chosen.
Here. Oh, I didn't realize that Pumpernickel's father was there.
He is, yeah. That was just a dream sequence. That's true. Yeah, they did mention Australia century before it was discovered. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does look straight out of Monty Python. You're right.
Is it a little bit of hot there? No, just fine.
That's true. Yeah, Dragon. That's just absolutely true. The wing. I have to give this guy who plays Wesley a credit. He does a good job going limp. Vincent take his arms off. A doddering old king as well. Nice. That must have been a bit of a painful scene right there, huh?
Yeah. One, because he's limping, and two, because Andre the Giant couldn't support his weight. So if you kind of see, he's actually connected to his belt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to kind of hold him up.
Here it is. It actually has a touch of the Looney Tunes feel, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Denali had mentioned that early, Dragon. He had back surgery.
That that was one of the reasons why Andre the Giant's height kind of shortened, because of that back surgery.
Yeah.
So he was taller, but by the end of his life, he shrunk like a couple inches because
Well, it's
of all
hard.
those multiple
It's hard
surgeries.
being a big dude like that, dude.
The body doesn't support it.
She kissed me. 5 years before he died. Yeah.
Yep. Where did he go? See, that's a nice scene right there. They took a moment to
Show the
say,
dagger. Yeah.
yeah,
This movie is very well crafted. The continuity boss was definitely doing their job. They really do a wonderful job. There's really no plot holes per se.
yeah. What's interesting about this one, Manny Pancake, he was saying that he almost killed Christopher Guest. I think this is. I want to. I want to make sure it's the right actor because I feel like that's not Christopher Guest, but I want to double check. But going moving when he's doing this scene right there, his father was dying of cancer or died of cancer.
Oh, really?
So he was doing the mantra of yeah. So it is Christopher Guest. He was doing the mantra that as as he was grieving for his father. So he was telling like
There's a shortage of perfect breasts in this world. It'd be pity to damage yours. Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
So what was interesting about that, he kind of was able to grieve for his father during that scene, but Christopher Guest was like saying, "Dude, chill out. You almost killed me." So
Oh,
when he
this
said,
fight scene that's coming up, yeah, he
"Yeah,
overdoes it. Yeah,
yeah," and you could see Christopher Guest was really afraid. It's like this guy's gonna kill me.
it sells it though.
Yeah.
Ow, ow. Prepare to die. A pineapple. You see the pineapple?
It's always a pineapple in death scenes. Have you not noticed that?
What did I miss?
You missed the pineapples. More than one pineapple.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
to go get some punch and some popcorn.
Awesome. It's just the touches, man. Like the pineapples on the table. It's outrageous. There'd be definitely no pineapples.
Now that's a pickup line. Yeah. Wesley has all the awesome pickup lines.
He does. It's like he's got this little rock in his hand, and he's trying to sharpen his dagger. It's hilarious. He got the point, Chester. Annoyed in 3, 2, 1. feet. George,
Yeah.
you're making a bunch of noise, man.
Okay. Sorry.
Critical success. You roll a
Yes.
critical success in intimidation persuasion.
Yep, that was a D20. 20 on the
Yeah.
roll for sure.
Yep.
He puts his hands on the handrest so they can get tied up.
Mhm. Inigo. Throw the princess out the window. That's interesting. They did actually drop her in his hand. I mean, not that high, but I mean, that was actually a scene, huh? I know. In actuality, having Andre on that horse would be a horrible idea.
Yeah, when you go to rent horses, they don't even want people that are over 220 pounds on a horse.
No. We rate take kisses throughout time. Mm. As you wish. Yeah, Mox Rocks, you're welcome, dude. This is a lot of fun. We enjoy this, and of course, this is a absolutely awesome movie, The Princess Bride, and we try to watch really good ones over here. But this is maybe one of the best we've seen so far. And it's a Rob Reiner film. That's right. I remember that. Yeah, great movie.
Oh yeah, because William Golding wrote the book, but he wrote it as though it was a copy from an old ancient book by a guy named S. Morgan Stern.
Yeah, right.
And at the very end of the book, they do it's called Buttercup's Baby. It's supposed to be the beginning of the part 2, which he never intended for there to be a part 2, but it's like the first chapter from part 2.
Wow.
Because even just writing that book was just joke after joke after joke, even in like the introduction and the title pages and stuff.
Oh, really? Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never read it. I should read it though, because I love this movie. This is in my top 5 for sure.
Yeah, like the book is very much the same exact humor as this movie, very much.
Awesome.
They talk about
Robin Wright.
how she was like the most beautiful woman in the world, but there was one lady who was more beautiful than her, but she got so worried that she was so beautiful that she was going to be ugly. She ended up getting a wrinkle between her eyes, and then she dropped down like 8 points.
Oh, did she?
And that's when Buttercup became the most beautiful woman in the world.
Oh, there you go. They did. I had mentioned that earlier when we were in the beginning of the movie that I like the choice they did with this girl because she is very attractive, but she's also common, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's literally the perfect choice. I mean, they could have went with a just shockingly stunning beauty, but I like the choice actually. But yeah. Anyway, Denali, you still here?
Yep.
So, what do you think, dude?
It was a good movie. Yeah. I was so silent. I didn't have really much to talk about because I was too enthralled watching the movie.
You know, that's a good point. This is a hard movie to talk over. I kept having to challenge myself to pay attention to that I'm doing a live, you know. It's
Exactly.
yeah, no, it is a difficult movie in that way.
So,
I guess it
well,
just speaks to it.
yeah. A good movie is a good movie. It captures your attentions.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. I'm ending the room.
Yep. Oh yeah, we'll jump back over. And
Yeah.
she's Common Rider, not Hot Wheels. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But yeah, okay, we're back over here on the YouTube side, and thank you
Yeah.
guys all for joining us here today. We really enjoy Bunny Vision Movie Night. We know it's not for everybody, but we're always happy to have a group of people come in and watch a movie with us and enjoy it and listen to some of our commentary and talking about it. Today was a much quieter show, but it's just because it's such a wonderful, fun movie. So. I say that's about it, Denelli. Give them out the information, and of course tomorrow we are doing cryptids on TFT Tinfoil Talk. So
Right.
definitely come join us for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. But other than that, yeah, Denelli,
Okay.
wrap it up, dude.
Well, thank you for joining for Bunny Vision Movie Night. Next Saturday, we're going to be watching a kaiju film. We haven't decided formally if it's going to be Monster Island or Attack All Monster in the statewide release, or Mothra. So
Ooh.
we're going to be deciding between those two, and we'll let you know. But yeah, join us for Tinfoil Talk tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. As Chester said, we're talking about cryptics, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Well, thank you, everybody. And as always, your perception shapes your reality. So always make it a good one.
Namaste.
I would say,
Later on.
Later, guys.
aloha.